The North Andover Printing Museum was incorporated in 1978 to save printing equipment associated with arcane technologies. It was owned by Frank Romano, who has spent 40 years in the printing business. Here I was working on the Adams Press, which was established in 1985. The big cast iron press embossed the paper so that the ink would go right onto the paper. This type of system would help make invitations or any other event that could be formal.
The last letterpress press that printed the last letterpress newspaper in New England. It was originally installed in 1896 and it ran from a steam engine. It printed the Millbury Journal outside of Worcester. What year did they stop printing with metal? 2004. Later on they hooked up an electric motor to it. They had a linotype machine so they could set their type. They then melted the metal and reused it, and that's how they were able to get a newspaper out every week all those years. But the thing that created a problem for them was when someone would give them a floppy disk and say, set this, and there was no way to get from a floppy disk to metal.
As you can see, technology has advanced, and the Printing Museum is one of the last places in the US where you can actually see the growth. The concept of typewriters dates back to 1714. The first one to actually work was made in 1808 by a man named Turry. This is one of the largest typewriters ever to be made. The letters and numbers had to be printed backwards so that it can be read right side up on paper. There are more than 400 Chinese characters during the 1800s, all of which had to be made into stamps. Please visit the North Andover Printing Museum for any further information on printing and its growth.